Hello little buns, welcome back to my home. In a kind of continuation of my trans education series, I want to touch on something that I get asked about a lot. Is there lipstick on my teeth first? We're good. Dysphoria. For those of you that do not know what dysphoria is, it is a little bit different from body dysmorphia, which is commonly what people are confused about. Body dysmorphia is something I don't know much about, but gender dysphoria is basically one of the ways you know that you are trans. Not every trans person experiences dysphoria. It does not mean they are less trans than another person. It's just everybody has a different trans experience, and mine has a lot of dysphoria. Dysphoria is like an extreme discomfort in your body based on gendered things. I have a hard time explaining it because a lot of people just say, oh, that sounds like you're not confident. And it's like, no, I'm confident. Like, I'm confident a lot. Right now, I'm very confident. I love the way I look right now in this moment. But like literally 2 hours ago, I was crying on my bed. Like, it's not about confidence, it's about your mental health. It's like this thing that follows you around. Earlier today, let me just give you some background of my dysphoria experience today, okay? I was meeting a friend for some brunch slash lunch slash something. I was running late, so I skipped eye makeup. I just did my face and I put like a tiny bit of mascara on and I walked out the door. And I was okay until I started seeing my reflection in the windows as I was walking past them. And sometimes I'm like, oh, you look good. Like if I went out right now, right, I would be like, oh, you look good, look at you, look at this, you know, but not always. So this morning, it feels weird for me to say now because in this very moment, I don't experience this, but 3 hours ago, this was a serious issue in my life. And it's not like, I don't want to cast the illusion that once you stop experiencing the dysphoria in that moment, that it's not important and that dysphoria is a laughable, like, oh, it's no big deal, because it's a very big deal. And it's debilitating when you're experiencing it. For me, because I've been transitioning for a while, 8 months, it comes and goes, right? A while ago, like 5, 6, 7 months ago, it would be constant. But now that I've had moments without it, when it comes back, it is mean and angry. How do I describe what I was feeling earlier? I saw my arms in the window and I just thought I looked so huge and muscular, and I'm trying really hard to empower myself with my muscularity. I'm trying really hard to be like, yeah, muscular women. It's very difficult. And a lot of other girls experience this too, especially female athletes, because it's not the image of what women are supposed to be, right? It's a gendered thing. Women are supposed to be lean, not buff. And for somebody that has larger muscular arms, and they're not even that big, like they're muscular for a woman, if we're gendering, like, okay, it is in my belief that women and men should not be gendering muscularity or body anything, but I'm going off of what we have to live in here in Western society, okay? In Western society, in 2016, women that are muscular are considered manly, masculine, ugly, unattractive, hulks, like all this stuff. Obviously that is not the case, but it is what is in my head and has been force-fed to me since I was a child. Muscular women are a no-no, and I am one of them now, and it's like difficult to unlearn that hatred of myself. So when I see my muscularity in reflections and I'm not necessarily feeling myself in another area, i.e. my face, I didn't have any eye makeup on, I was not a happy camper. And immediately I got this huge wave of anxiety and panic and dysphoria. It is, in my experience, a combination of different things like that. I was alright just walking around in the streets. We got our poutine, we went somewhere else, we were just walking around, it was all good. Then we went into a Starbucks and I pretty much lost my mind. When I get anxious and panicky and I don't want to run, I don't want to like leave, exit the situation because I was with my friend, I didn't want to make him feel weird, I didn't want to make anything weird, okay? So I just tried my very best to be normal. Did not work. I was like, I do this thing where I scratch my arm, I just I squeeze it. Is like, oh, I can focus on this. Like I squeeze in like a rhythm or like a beat, and then I'm not thinking about it. I'll pinch my wrist, I'll peel off my nail polish. Like I do all kinds of things to try to distract my mind and be like, it's fine, I'm dripping in sweat. My mind is like racing, my heart's pounding, my brain, like, you know where you can feel your pulse in your head? It was all those things. It was like, I gotta go. When my dysphoria triggers these anxiety things, it's not always like a panicked anxiety. It's just, no matter what it is, when my dysphoria hits on something, I get so overwhelmed. I get overwhelmed. That's a good explanation. I get very overwhelmed and I just have to go. This time I didn't go, so I just got really weird and quiet and clammy and weird. Like, it was not cool. So I went home, I had my cry, and okay, so how do I talk about this? I don't want people to think that I'm like, oh yeah, I'm so hot, I'm so pretty. I like how I look right now, okay? And I know that a lot of people online think I am pretty, okay? I know that. I think I am pretty, okay, I do. That does not mean I'm exempt from dysphoria at all. That is why I'm getting surgeries. Surgeries to me are a correction to the dysphoria. It is very much a mental health issue and it is a necessity. People that think my FFS is not a necessity, it is. Okay, I don't know what this is. It's like static cling hair, but it's a necessity. Another thing aside from my arms, which I can't really get surgically altered, I'm just gonna have to wait for hormones and food to like reduce the muscularity. Another thing that really bothers me and gets me dysphoric is my jawline and my brow bone. From the front, my brow bone is fine. From the front, even my jaw is like, okay, all right. But my brow bone from the side, it's not even, like, in this moment, because I'm happy, I'm feeling good, I'm not feeling dysphoric, it isn't a thing in my head where I'm like, oh, I hate it. You know, but I know that every single day at some point, I'm gonna look in the mirror and not be able to look at myself. And that's not cool. And I want to just be able to go out of the house without all of this on, okay? And so, okay, here is the point of the video, right here. What do I do to help my dysphoria? What do I do to calm it down, to lessen it? In terms of long-term things that I'm working on to reduce my dysphoria, like I said, surgeries are a big thing for me and for many other trans people to alter and to reduce their dysphoria, or perhaps rid yourself of it in a certain part of your body. For example, trans men and top surgery. Again, not every trans man wants to get top surgery, but some of them do, and that really helps with their dysphoria. For trans women, maybe breast augmentation, SRS, GCS, whatever you want to call it, your bottom surgery. For any trans person, really. For me, the big one is facial feminization surgery. That's about it. Another long-term thing I'm doing to lessen my dysphoria is hormone replacement therapy. Every month I upload a video being like, hey, this is my month on hormones this month, you know? Like, I keep monthly updates. That way, people that are considering hormone replacement therapy can come watch my transition and my transformation and my experience, and maybe have a bit more of an understanding of the process and know what they're gonna expect, things like that. So those are my long-term things. HRT and surgeries are my long-term solutions. If they were covered and instant, we wouldn't need anything else. We would just get those right away. But while I am pursuing those things, as they do take a very long time, there are a couple things I like to do to lessen my dysphoria. This is my personal experience. If you are a different kind of trans person, i.e. transmasculine, these might not work for you, but whatever you want to take from this, it's gonna be good, I think, okay? Let's do it, let's go. Number one thing I will do is breathing exercises. I actually learned this very recently, and I am surprised by how well it works for me. I talked to my doctor about the anxiety that I experience when I'm getting dysphoric, and there were certain paths he did not want me to take, and instead recommended I practice these breathing things first, right? And it's worked for me so far. Like today, when I was on my bed, having a crying fit and a total mess, and I could not breathe right? I was like, you know what I'm talking about, where you like sob and you're like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Okay, so what I did, he taught me this box breathing thing. And I'm sure if any of you have been to therapy and talked about anxiety and things like that, you've probably heard of this, maybe in a different name, I don't know. But basically the way it works is you visualize a box, okay? And you follow each side of the box for 4 seconds with each action. So for example, the first action is inhale, okay? Second action is hold your breath. Third action is exhale, and last action is hold your breath, or hold like no breath, you know what I mean? So it'd be like, it would be like this, it'd be like, okay, and that looks so simple and so ridiculous, but it works for me today. Today it worked for me. Sometimes it might not. I don't know, I haven't had that experience. This is new for me. Normally I just lay there until I stop, but this time I breathed and it helped, okay? So I'm just saying. Another thing that I will do is I will listen to my favorite music and then do something, okay? So for example, what I did today was I listened to a combination of Beyonce and Lady Gaga, their angrier songs, okay? i.e. Swine from Art Pop and Sorry from Lemonade, okay? Those songs. And I did my makeup, and I put on my waist trainer, and I just tried to make myself look as good as I wanted to look. I don't know how to describe that. I made myself look cute, okay? in my own eyes, and that really helps. Like now, I feel fine. I can go outside, nothing's a problem. And because I have sleeves on, I probably won't worry about those window reflections. I don't know. I can't predict the future. But that really helps me a lot. If I have experienced something and I have to go back out, I will just get really cute, okay? Get really cute. If I am not going anywhere and I'm just having a shit day, and I don't have to work, I don't have to do anything, I will do my age-old trick of escapism. And a lot of people will tell you escapism is bad, don't do that, don't distract yourself. But what I find it does is it gives me time to think. And then, you know, when I'm playing this game, for example, World of Warcraft is a big one for me right now because Legion's coming out. Hello, I'm so excited. Where are you? I'll get distracted for an hour or two, and then later when I'm getting bored, it comes back, right? And I've had time to process it, to calm down, to feel differently, and then, you know, the issue is a lot less daunting, okay? I don't recommend escapism as a permanent solution, right? I don't recommend you completely, like 100% just never do anything again, you just play video games all the time. I love video games, and they have been amazing for my health and my mental health since I have hit puberty, okay? But, I mean, responsibly. Game responsibly, guys. And those, I think, are pretty much my 3 tips and tricks for lessening dysphoria, I think. So that was your long-term solutions, right? HRT surgeries for me. Short-term solutions for me were breathing exercises, getting cute as fuck, okay? And escapism in video games. Some people might want to read instead, or read a book, watch movies, things like that, right? Similar sensory experiences, right? Whatever works best for you. Maybe you want to watch YouTube instead. Maybe that. Maybe you want to go on a binge watch through my entire video playlist. Maybe. Maybe not. Do what you want. Maybe you want to watch somebody else. It's fine. It's fine. Watch me. This has been very good. I have enjoyed our talk together. I feel a lot better now already, okay? I really do. Until next time, just know that you are awesome, you are capable, you are super strong, you are super effective against water types. I love you so much. Oh my gosh. You've got this. I love you so much. Bye.